Just pay attention right now. Like and subscribe.
Coming off his
This
young
inner city
work,
press dude is in the court.
score one for Brian Steele. Now the next witness was I've called him male dancer, but his last name was Philip, not with an S. And this is where it got pretty gruesome. Not gruesome. I mean, yes, gruesome. He was invited up and began to perform. But he stopped being able to perform once he saw the violence. He said he was a kind of a compelling character in a way. Now the defense chose to have Xavier Donaldson, who I like and know quite well. I mean, I cover him more than these other lawyers because he's on the CJA panel and represents many criminal defendants here in SDNY as appointed counsel. He's taken a kind of his first line of attack was to try to say that the male escort or exotic dancing firm of Mr. Phillip gains SEO, so he must be a fraudster. That's not really going far. He didn't finish his cross, and it's going to begin today. And we're coming up on the courthouse. You're going to see the madness in front. So we'll see what he does. And today is going to be the day of Cassie Ventura. So this is a longer than normal intro, but it's a case that we're covering in great detail. Now, we're also covering the crypto beat, among many others.
All right, so you can see right now Diddy is at trial, and what's going on is yesterday they had one of his bodyguards get on the stand, and he said some damaging shit, but his lawyer was able to beat back at it, and then also Cassie Ventura is going up on the stand today, so she's going to try to slam dunk him too. She's going to talk about all the shit that she said he did. It's really no truth in none of it. We don't know because 3 years just sound like grown ass adults getting in a room, and then 2 of those same adults start liking each other after the fact. So say for instance, you had a girl and you was doing some old kinky shit with her, and then she end up liking the guy who you got with to do the shit with. And that's really what happened in this situation because the cross-examination, and the judge asked him, the lawyer asked him, how did you know her? What's up? He said, I used to like her, and I thought I was going to get with her at one point. So I could have got with her if I wanted to. So he's definitely going to sound like somebody who just do not like Diddy because he got his girl. But when it came down to her calling somebody for the sexual explorations in a relationship, she called him. You know what I'm saying? So he came, and then, he also tried to say that she hit him, that Diddy hit her during the encounter. But again, that's going to be he say, she say. You can't really know if any of that shit's true. And to me, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like the guy's just trying to make sure he put Diddy in a precarious situation because he think that that's going to make Diddy go down. You know what I'm saying? Like the people going to look at Diddy in a bad way and they going to stick to that. You know what I'm saying? We don't know if that's going to actually happen, but you know what I'm saying? They got Diddy up under the radar and under the gun with this female relationship that he was going with Diddy, with this girl. And he gave her $30 million. Say he settled the case within 24 hours. Now tell me that ain't a motherfucker that's trying to keep his girl happy or keep her quiet or make her still chill with all the loud talk. You know what I'm saying? But they locked him up and used this shit as a way to put him in jail, talking about his sexual appetite and all the shit he do with chicks. So we'll see. Let me see what else they're saying.
All of these other individuals who were involved. It has to be a general release of everybody. You don't want to leave any wiggle room to have a lawsuit.
We have a follow-up question to this from Fads. So why did he settle if he was innocent?
Well, I mean, people settle all the time when they think they're not liable. People, like, with the thing that really surprised me when that case
white dudes be knowing their shit
is that the case was filed. Typically in a case like that, you draft the complaint and you send it to the defendant and you say, dear sir, please pay me a boatload of money or I'm going to file this publicly in court. And if there's any merit to it, or if just for publicity reasons the defendant decides to negotiate and pay it, it never goes to court. So it fascinated me at the time that she actually filed that publicly and he settled it the next day. That unfortunately was pretty telling, that he didn't put up any fight on the lawsuit. He didn't even want to litigate it. He didn't even want to go to discovery. He wanted to settle it immediately.
And if he would have settled it before she filed it, I think we would have been in a very different position than we are today.
I totally agree, because that lawsuit, I think, is what sets this ship sailing.
And we already know that. Basically, they're saying that Cassie sat there and knew that she, by suing him, was going to make him either give up some money or get scared for whatever he had or she knew in his background. So that made him go ahead and just file the money and just give her the 30 million, and then he could walk away clean. But she took the paperwork and the payment and went down to the fucking people and filed a big suit on him, a lawsuit, which made the government pop up and say that they was going to file a criminal suit against him, a criminal case against him, and they got their information together and they call it a Rico. So, but it's just him on the case. It's not like a Rico normally is like you in cahoots with somebody else, but it's literally just him. So basically, your ex-girlfriend, who you used to be with 10 years, 8 years, she got so mad at you, she went to the damn people and said you did this thing to her. Your image is so big that you can't really deal with this. It's not the time for that. So whatever she talking about, okay, give her the money. It's actually my broad, so I can hit her with the dough because I know her. Hit her with the dough. She take the money, and now I don't know, because it's almost like a female trying to control you. She thought she was going to control you with the embarrassment, but you got all kind of money. So just pay her the damn money and let's move on. She go down there and file a criminal case on him. That leads us to today, where she's going to go up on the stand while pregnant, now big ass belly poking out, and she going to go up there and talk about her past moments with him. But ultimately, to me, it's only going to sound like an ex-girlfriend or a girlfriend who just ain't happy. And then you got to deal with her anger or her mad life, and nothing you can do about it. You know what I'm saying? Even though you paid her the money, even though you thought that was going to slow her down, she's still coming at you hard. And she actually fucking pregnant, and she down here in court trying to get you locked up. And you would assume if you pregnant, you got $30 million. Like, why the fuck you even down here? But I think it's an embarrassment in her own mind that she feels like the only reason why she got the money is because of doing this negative shit. Like, she didn't work for it. She didn't make a business. She don't sell property. She just did. She just did something, and old boy has settled, and now he made her a millionaire. But technically, she really just ain't got no grind. She ain't got no talent. She couldn't make songs that was going to succeed. So she gonna get mad at him and be like, "You didn't fucking do enough for me, or I did some kind of sexual acts with you, and now all of a sudden it's your fault." You know what I'm saying? Sexual acts. But he ended up doing what he got to do by going to sit his ass down, which is what he's doing right now, and it's really fucked up. But everybody got to face the music if you're doing what Diddy did, or is accused of. You know what I'm saying? And being a multimillionaire for so many decades, and everybody know you rich, everybody know you getting paper. And now you fuck around and gotta go sit down because of how you acted in the game with some chick who you dating. It's your bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really fucked up. And as hard as he tried to, you know what I'm saying, make it work, it just can't work. Old girl ain't fucking with him. She actually hate him. And now she'll do anything to destroy him. And ain't nothing he could do to stop that. Dilemma. He got his kids there. They say his daughters walked out of one of the moments when he was talking about the case, because when they was testifying, because of the egregiousness. Like the guy said, he peed on Cassie in front of Diddy. Diddy supposed to been in the corner, baiting the whole time while the guy and the girl was together. Is that true? Could that be legit? Man, it's so much going on. You just don't know. You know what I'm saying? But to me, no matter what they're explaining, they're not saying anything except the fact that he was with a girl. That's all. He was with a girl. They was grown. They decided that they wanted to get a little extra going on in their little relationship, and so they did it. And it's nobody's fault. Nobody was mad at the other person. They just decided it together, like, hey, you know what we should do? And then they said they did it. You know what I'm saying? But for a lot of people, that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot to even take in. Like, damn, Diddy, you did what? But it's personal. It's not like it's for the world to even know or judge. Because how the hell you going to even know what somebody doing with their relationship if your ass ain't nowhere around them? You wouldn't even know. I mean, like, well, nobody would even know what the hell you're doing in your relationship. So now she on a stand trying to claim that a multi-billionaire black dude is some freak because he told her he want her to get kinky with another guy. And she actually did it. Like, she didn't be like, you ask some black women that be like, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, it'll never happen. I'll never play with myself like that. And then you ask some females and they'd be like, yeah, let's do it. So is Diddy wrong because he asked her? Is Diddy wrong that he brought it to his chick to see if she wanted to get down like that? Is she wrong that she did it? And then now all of a sudden she got buyer's remorse, or she uncomfortable about it and she pissed off about what happened, and now she want to blame him? What really is the definition behind all of that stuff that he had to encounter with her? Because she throwing these darts at him, got his ass in court, dealing with the police, dealing with all this, and she got $30 million. So she basically get two for one. She get three. She gets to take down Diddy, destroy his legacy, and get the money. And four, because he ended up going to jail behind this shit. You know what I'm saying? So she actually win in every capacity because all she had to do was just file a case. And now she could sit back and let the jury decide if he did it or not, or what he do. You know what I'm saying? And you talking about somebody who don't like you. See, we all might have a person eventually who don't like us. You know, girlfriend, whatever you dating, whoever the fuck you deal with, and then they just don't like you. So you got to move on. Y'all ain't together no more. You move on in life. You might see them at the store. You might see them at a party or something, but you don't necessarily have to run back into them. But imagine now, not only are you running back into them, but what they said happened in the relationship, the moments that they said went down in the relationship, the whole country, all the news outlets, the media, your family, your kids, your mother, your old friends from school get to decide if you was the right boyfriend or girlfriend for that person. Like they get to decide now. Because again, she's playing a convenient victim. So basically, well, at the time she had fun or she had participated. But now down the line, buyer's remorse, thinking about it, she's not around him no more. They even said she applied to work for him again after they broke up, his lawyers claim. So what would you be trying to file this against me for? Let's just look like you mad. But obviously at that level, Diddy must have made some other folks mad that's above his pay grade because they got his ass sitting back too. He don't even have enough money to just be sitting at home dealing with this shit from the crib. He dealing with this shit from the fucking jail. You know what I'm saying? And she on the stand fucking pregnant. Can you imagine that big ass pregnant? She posted up on the damn stand. And she's talking about something, I'm going to jail for what the fuck I did. And your ass up on the damn, and her husband or boyfriend in the motherfucking, in the galley or whatever the fuck you call it, in the audience area with security guards sitting around and shit. Like, I'm with my wife for what she going. Y'all got $30 million. Y'all got babies on the way. Why do Diddy even matter right now? Because that's a vindictive relationship. And she's like, I can't go on. I can't move forward unless I take this motherfucker down. Now, that begs the question, and that's why white people got involved. Because it's like, why is she so mad? If she just got $30 million from you, why would she come in here and tell us to file a goddamn case against you? It's too much mystery. So it's like, you know what? We'll file the case. We'll do background checks. We'll raid your crib. We'll go interview people. We'll see what the fuck is going on with the Diddy real world. But really, the biggest person that's dissing him is the people who she personally know and herself. So it's not like this random person that came up and was like, oh, I just met y'all randomly in this place. And then we went and had some experience. And then, wow, what the fuck did I see when I got there? It's not like that. It's like her old boyfriends who she would have probably got with, but Diddy's so fucking rich, so them niggas didn't have a chance. So she went on ahead and got with Diddy. But when Diddy was like, yo, I want to do this sexual shit, she was like, I'm going to call my ex guys. Diddy could have even said it. No, I know you got some motherfucker that you want to get down with. Bring them through. Come on, we rich. Let's do it. So you never know the personal relationship they had and the personal conversations they had to get into that point of their relationship. But at the end of the day, she walking around trying to play with him and act like she is super victim. She come to court. White folks got all this shit set up, and she's sitting there just watching. He got to sit in the bing all this time, even though he didn't brought this bitch purses, flew her around the country, fed her dope ass food, got her crib. She just admitted right on the fucking stand that he paid for her apartment and she paid for her house. What motherfucking nigga do that? So he paying for her apartment and she paying for her house. And you see the cribs, they so motherfucking plush, it ain't even real. So you're gonna keep that kind of guy around if you can. You know what I'm saying? Like you got your crib, you can pay for that, you got your money, you got a job. But then a big bougie ass house or apartment rather that you live in, that you like to go kick it at and party or hang out, he paid for that too. That's faded. You just it's yours, but he paid for that. And you ain't gonna tell him no or now. You use that motherfucker. You even tell your people, oh, y'all need somewhere to go? My you can use the crib over here. You know what I'm saying? Because you straight. You damn near rich just like him. But it's the problem of them people getting cut off. It's the problem of when things crash and burn, and then all of a sudden you understand that that was $1 billion lifestyle you was living. That when you was around him, you was in $1 billion lifestyle space. $1 million can't accommodate that shit you experience. A job can't accommodate that shit you can experience. A YouTube channel can't get your ass that fucking rich. So she can't go back to normal life. She has to have that world, and he understand that. Okay, I just flew your ass all around the world. We've been in Monaco and all these places that black people don't even be at. Let me just give you $30 million. You and your boyfriend, y'all go about your business. But a scoring woman is not going to just walk away that easy. So that's why she got him up against the gun, throwing darts at him, talking about some you going to jail. for having a Rico, which is no real case behind his Rico because it's not like they showing that he did no Rico situations, just him. You know what I'm saying? But they still could come at you like this and got you sitting in jail, told you keep your $50 million bond, and they just gonna let all these people come in here and flood all this information. Some bodyguard, some old sex worker. We don't even know if that guy telling the truth, and that's the problem with all this stuff. If she know the person, or if she could line up people that she know to be against me with the defense, with the prosecution, then my defense got to be that. Like, I don't know these people. These people are her personal friends. These people are somebody she knew. She got some friendship with these folks. And that's the reason why she up in my face trying to act like it's my fault for the bad relationship that we experienced, and it ain't. You know, it is what it is. We didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? But now she in, and then you got $30 million. How she walk around with $30 million and she's still throwing darts at Diddy? That make no sense. So now he might go sit down for this because it's no way he gonna be able to fight off all these people who coming in here talking about their experience that they had at his Smex party. Sexually, I mean his Smex party. At the end of the day, how is he gonna prove that they didn't do these things? You know what I'm saying? And if it get a compoundment of about 10 people, 15 people, that's what all that stuff be about. They'll get 25 people on the line, and they'll all just say the same thing or say something similar. And then now all the people in the jury sitting back like, I don't care what dudes say. This just too crazy because they normal folks. They ain't got no $1 billion. They ain't been no millionaires. They don't even get a lot of days off work through the year. And you talk about some flying somebody somewhere, paying somebody rent throughout the year without them having to do nothing. All they got to do is run around with you. It'll seem something like you was up to no nefarious movement because who the hell pay for other people rent like that? And if you paying for her rent like that, she technically, with all ideas, is going to be in debt to you. You know what I'm saying? Even if you suggested you was going to do it yourself, she's in debt to you now. So if that's the payoff, like, okay, well, you need to do this. And she feel like, well, that's the only way I could be around this guy. If I don't do it, he gonna cut me off. Okay, I do it. Well, see, a lot of times, again, these females that ain't 100, now she feel bad about that, and she don't want to go forward. She don't want to just be like, okay, that was the old relationship. I got a new man, I got a new baby. She can't do that. So even the money didn't fix it. That's what she's trying to show. He hurt me so bad that $30 million can't fix this pain. What? $30 million can fix anybody paying from here to Timbuktu. But now she's saying they can't fix it. So we got the only way to fix this. This is how she coming at it. And this is why they jumping in the game. All the white people, these courtrooms. She's saying the only thing can fix this is his ass going to jail. And that's the problem. So you got all these folks and systems that don't fuck with you. And they'll put your ass in jail. You're a billionaire. That's what the whole we don't want your $50 million bullshit is all about. No, whatever it takes to sit you down and put you in jail, that's better. So all of his legacy that he built up means nothing, all because of this relationship bullcrap. And you don't remember, but she was dating with a dude named Ryan Davis. He a singer or something like that. That's how they met. He took her, the Ryan Davis took her with him to the meeting with Diddy. And when they met, Diddy started having a smitten for his old girlfriend, his girl. And she left Ryan Davis and came and got with Diddy. So it's like, I'm sure Ryan Davis was sitting back like, damn, I just introduced you to this nigga. What the fuck? And she like, you ain't got his lifestyle. You ain't got his money. So nice knowing you. And he had to take that on the chin. So now, years later, he probably the only one sitting back saying, see, that's what your ass get. You thought you was going to play with me and leave me and go get with this nigga and have this beautiful ass life. I'm still be trying to make my money. And if you remember, Brian Davis been all this guy talking about how much money he making, how many apps he got, and you could download the stuff and get money directly from the artist. He's a smart dude. I think he went to Harvard or some old bougie school. But my whole point about it is that she didn't like that no more. She wanted Bad Boy. His old record company is called Bad Boy Entertainment. So she left dude and got with Diddy. And she was rocking with Diddy the whole time until all that shit came down. Because Diddy eventually got rid of her, just like any billionaire would. But she ain't letting that fly. She ain't letting that go. I'm not walking away. You ain't just going to leave me and go get his lifestyle to some other chick. And she's not having that. So now Diddy got to sit back and go to court and deal with this bullshit. All because of a whack relationship with a whack old chick. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Did he go into jail for this? Is Cassie bogus? You hit me up in the comment section. What should Diddy do, man? Should he break out of court and just run for his life? Or should he pay the motherfucking mob to come at that girl? What the hell should he do at this point, man? Let me know what y'all think. Thank you. Like and subscribe. I appreciate y'all watching, man. This your boy Hood, and I'm signing off.